Okay, welcome back, guys. Now I'd like to continue our series of Vuln1. The box would be here, displayed over the page of the screen, which name is KB-VULN1. And also I will put the link into the description section so you can download the image. And without further ado, let's get started. To save the time, I have already imported into the VirtualBox, and the IP address has been identified as 221 by NetDiscover 2. Of course, you can use any other comfortable tool for you. And also, I have already done the Nmap scanning. And as you can see from the parameter, I do the scene scan, version scan, and also the script scan, and do the comprehensive scan. And from the Nmap scanning result, we can know the target has 3 open ports. The first one is 21 for HTTP service, and the version is VSFTPD and 3.03. And according to our experience, this version doesn't have any vulnerability we can utilize. But this, from the script scanning, the FTP allows anonymous login. Later we can check on that. And the second open port is SSH service. Also, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And the last one is 80, which runs HTTP service. So I think the first thing after the Nmap scanning is to do some immersion with FTP. Let's FTP to this target. And we can specify anonymous as username, and we can list the content. There's just one file. We can get the file and quit, and we can cut this file. Nothing useful at all for us from the perspective of exploitation or vulnerability. So I think the next thing we can do is to go to the browser. Let's open up a new window to visit the target, which is 221. Because the IP address just displayed over here is 221. And we wait for this to be loading up. And now it's performing a handshake with outside of the host, because I configure the network mode for this box as host only. Of course, it certainly cannot get the resource from Google. Okay, I think now it's loaded, and maybe we can try to see or view the source code of the page. Yeah, there are a lot of HTML code. Let's scroll down a bit. But have you noticed this comment? The comment says username and sysadmin. So maybe we can make brute force attack by the tool of Hydra to get the password for this username. Okay, Hydra. The username is sysadmin, and I'd like to use the word list of locq, and let's crack SSH password. Yeah, we got this password because the password is so simple, password 1. And now we can log in. Sysadmin, specify the target IP address, and specify the password. Yeah, we successfully log in as a sysadmin. And we can check by the ID. And we can make some enumeration. We got the user flag. And also we can cut the content. Yeah, nothing useful for us. But I think as you can see, the sysadmin is also a member of the LXD group. So I think you can remember, always we can use this membership to elevate our privilege. And I've already opened the resource. Yeah, just here. A very wonderful resource about how we can utilize the LXT to escalate our local privilege. Yeah, like installation, privilege escalation. Yeah, so how to do? We need to download the Alpine. We just copy. I do not want to type. And we can go to the temporary directory. Sorry, excuse me. And we can, maybe we need to download the file into our Kali Linux. Go to our working directory and we paste the URL, the git command. Yeah, now we got the file, and we go to this directory, and we need to upload this file onto the target, and we can use wget. But we need to first set up the HTTP server, and now we can visit the Kali Linux and paste the file name. This is an image file, no problem. And then what we need to do, just follow this step. This we have already done, and also we have already done this. And we need to import the image into the container management system. So also can use the alias, and we can LX import, image import Alpine alias. I like use the same. Yeah, no problem. We can confirm this by image list. Now we have already imported the image file into the LX, and we can go back. What do we need to do? And we need to configure. We need to initialize this image. Okay, and we just copy this one. Yeah, it doesn't matter the name. Maybe you can use another name, no problem. But some error happened. No storage pool found. Please create a new storage tool. So, but we follow the. I think we didn't miss any steps, right? We follow the steps just list here. So I think the problem is we need to initiate the storage pool by LXD. And would you like to use? No. leave the default as it is. No, 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 no. Well, default, 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 default. Okay, no problem. Now I think we have already generated or created storage 2. And now we can rerun the command. Yeah, no problem now. And we can go back to the reference resource. And we need to configure the container and configure the device, the source, match the source on the host, and this is the container directory, and we can copy. Yeah. This makes things simpler, right? No problem. And we can go back, and we can start the ignite. We can start ignite. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, ignite. Yeah, no problem. Now we have already go into the containers, and we go to the directory and go to the root directory. Yeah, we have already yeah. Yeah, we got the flag. Yeah, we successfully got the root flag, and this will conclude this video. I hope this can be of value, a bit of value maybe. And if it did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.